Hi. The last time we left off with this question, what should our awareness of our self-deception do to our character? We're going to continue to read from William Wilberforce's Real Christianity, but before reading his thoughts on what it should do to us, I wanted to read the description of Jeremiah, the prophet Jeremiah, as to this common problem of self-deception. In chapter 17, verses 9 and 10, it says, "The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it? I, the Lord, search the heart and examine the mind, to reward a man according to his conduct, according to what his deeds deserve." So we also left off with some videos showing Ray's confidence that it is God that is the proper judge, not ourselves, because like ourselves, other people have this problem, this common problem of self-deception. So now we'll continue to see what William Wilberforce says. He says, "Continue to be always aware of your own radical corruption and habitual weakness. Indeed, if you let God really open your eyes and truly soften your heart, you will become daily more and more aware of your defects, wants, and weaknesses. If you hunger and thirst after righteousness, you will desire increasingly to purify yourself even as God is pure. This is the solution which seems such a strange paradox to the man of the world. In proportion as a Christian grows in grace, so he grows in humility. Humility is indeed the principle first and last of Christianity. By this principle, it lives and thrives. As humility grows or declines, so Christianity must flourish or decay." So that always makes me think of Lewis Carroll, because you're talking about something that's growing, getting smaller. So that always seems curiouser and curiouser, or curious and curiouser. We'll continue with William Wilberforce. "Humility first disposes the sinner to have deep self-humiliation, to accept the offers of the gospel. During the whole of his progress, this is the very ground and basis of his feelings and conduct in relation to God, to his fellow man, and to himself. When at length God translates him into the realm of glory, this principle shall still subsist in undiminished force. He shall fall down and cast his crown before the Lamb, and ascribe blessing and honor and glory and power to him that sitteth upon the throne, and to the Lamb forever and ever." And that was from Revelation 4:10 and 5:13. The practical benefits of the habitual lowliness of spirit are too numerous to require listing. It will lead you to dread the beginnings of sin and flee from its occasions, just as a man should shun an infectious disease. It will prevent 1,000 difficulties and decide 1,000 questions concerning worldly compromises. It will enable you to desire in your heart to act in all things with a single eye to the favor of God. Thus the most ordinary action of life will be elevated into religious exercises. It needs the cultivation of heavenly mindedness and a spirit of continual prayer. It requires you to watch incessantly over the workings of your own deceitful heart. There is no shortcut to holiness. It must be the business of their whole lives to grow in grace and continually to add one virtue to another. So I found as an ex-witness that the further away I got from being preoccupied with the watchtower and with my anger with the watchtower, and the more focused I got on my own spiritual needs and wanting to study the Bible and understand it and grow as a Christian, the more content I became. And I now feel that this is what we all need, to rest our trust in God's care and do the things that He commands, and take the leading of Scripture to mold our own personality, work on our own weaknesses, rather than put too much of our energies into disliking the watchtower, criticizing the watchtower, arguing about it, or feeding the anger part of it. Let's grow. So I'm going to link two videos. One is, does ministry of Jehovah's Witnesses cultivate humility and the fruits of the Spirit, that we did, and another one, which was one that I did reviewing a book by Jerry Bridges called The Pursuit of Holiness. And it was called One JW Learns to Tremble at the Word. Next, we're going to read what William Wilberforce, how he addresses unbelief and skepticism.